Okay, guys, trying to connect, and we're going live, and hopefully you guys can see me. Welcome to the new next edition of the live broadcast. We have a long list of the items today to go over it, and we'll start in a few minutes. I'll let the folks to catch up. We still got like 3 minutes before 7 o'clock. But for those who are tuning in, I posted list underneath of that video, and we'll talk today about. I got my little cheat sheet as well. We'll talk today about the Kashikof USA recoil buffers, and that's why I got this scary rifle in my hands. We'll talk about sniper stuff, how to become the sniper in the US Army. I got that question. And for stock adapters, modular AK. I will explain the concept. Magazines, tight fit on my wasser. That was another question from the last week. But as you guys know, we got disconnected, and I couldn't finish it basically. We'll talk about Palmetto State Armory build kits, because this is becoming the hot subject. There's a lot of issues with it. We'll address that. And of course, we'll talk about the AK Files drama. So that's the agenda for today. Hopefully everything will stay connected, because the last week, as you guys know, I was disconnected, and we end up with buffering icon on the screen. So I don't know what happened. Today I got a really good connection. All the Wi-Fi in the home is shut down, and everyone is just tuning to the feed on the YouTube. All right, so it's almost 7 o'clock. Also, when I will finish this, guys, you can start posting keep posting your questions in the live chat. So first I want to address, go back to the questions from the last week, and then we'll tackle the new questions or the new issues from this week, whatever pops out, and we'll go from there. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about it today, and that's the agenda. So let me have as always, the cup of tea is with me, and all right, 7 o'clock, guys. We're opening up with Kashikof USA. There was some news from posted by one of the news outlets about the Kashikof USA, and the report, or there was an interview with the guy from CAA. This is the Israeli-based company, which the owner of that company was talking about how they acquired the license to produce to manufacture the AK rifles, and how they are expanding to US, and how they are planning on expanding manufacturing in the US. So this is like a backdoor, not the backdoor, but it's a legit operation, right? According to the interview. Well, there is a lot of behind all of this, and some people are connecting the dots, because, as you know, the CAA was at the SHOT Show, very close to the Kashikof USA booth, right? I mean, they were joined together. So, but the reality is, the Kashikof USA, it is basically a homegrown operation here down state in Florida. And they pretty much, I talked to them, and they said, we want to kind of dissolve ourselves from CAA, whatever the guy from CAA was saying. So that being said, as of right now, you still cannot see any rifles from Kashikof USA, right? There will be a 9mm AK coming out, which is, in my eyes, that's a direct copy of Vitias. And they even have the molds for the magazines already here in the United States, and pumping up the magazines. But the first real rifle, not the shotgun, but the real rifle, will be the 9mm AK. And this is set to release probably around the summer this year time frame. Now, that being said, Also, the Kashikof USA will have the classic AK, and they will have also the so-called that alpha, that magical alpha, which is basically uh, like modernized AK with the collapsible stock and the built-in cheek riser and things like this. That is not going to happen this year. I mean, forget about it. The sooner you will see anything on alpha will be probably a 2018 around the SHOT Show. Now, this is the basically the bottom line is the regular AK rifles from Kashikof USA should be coming out around the late fall, early Christmas. So right there for the Christmas shopping, of course, right? And that's pretty much how the time frame on the Kashikof USA products is looking as of today. Their first product, which you guys can have a chance to hold in hands, should be their copy of the Saiga 12, which is going to be basically a semi-automatic shotgun. So this is how the thing is looking like. There was a lot of talk about if is Kashikof USA a legit outfit, and I'll tell you, yes, it is a legit outfit. Okay, trust me on this, it is a legit outfit. Are they going to produce the rifles? I don't know. Okay, we'll see when they will release something, and I can actually hold it in my hands. We'll see. But I'll tell you, I'm telling you right now, the that AK9 that is a direct copy of the Vityaz. This is not like similar looking, not almost looking like it's a direct copy of Vityaz. So think about what I said and run with it and take it for whatever you want. So that's it for the Kashikof USA. I'm crossing this out, at least for now. Next subject, recoil buffers. What you think about the recoil buffers? Well, there you go, guys. This is that unfortunate IO rifle in my hands. Let me pop, there you go, so everyone can see it, right? This is how much left from it. Let me pop the hood right away, remove the recoil spring. Actually, this is that buffer, right? And I always using buffers, but the buffers kind of become at some point popular on the US market. But let me tell you this, guys. There is, in my eyes, honestly, it's like, in my eyes, there is no need for the buffer on the AK rifle. I think so. It's if you have a well-built, correctly built AK rifle, the recoil buffer is not required. It's a gimmick. Okay, it's a sales gimmick, and they sometimes the buffers are used to mask overgassed rifles, but that goes back to the assembly of the rifle, right? And I also have seen the cheaper made the recoil buffers. They were disintegrating. I ran 2 or 3 of them, and they totally disintegrated, and the pieces went to the action, and they created jams. So in my eyes, I absolutely do not like them. If I'm at the position, it's like if you don't need it, there is no need for it. Okay, if you wanna run the recoil buffer, make sure you buy some legit ones, like good ones from the good material, which is, and then keep looking at it, because they work. You're going to have the bolt carrier coming that way, and keep looking at it, keep inspecting it, and make sure it's working, because sometimes you may have that recoil buffer start flaking off, and it will be polluting inside of the rifle. So just keep inspecting it. It's not like the one recoil buffer is not going to last forever. Okay, you gotta be smart about it if you want to use them, and keep inspecting and checking on them. All right, it's like with any piece of rubber working against the metal parts. There will be some damage on it. All right. By the way, I want to show you something, guys. Look, this is that IO AK I told you about, right? And that look, that bolt carrier is still not falling down. You cannot open it. You gotta really jam it, down, and then it's locking up. See, this is just listen to this. Oh fuck, it's not closing now. Okay, go. So that's what's happening with the IO rifle. Whatever. I'll put this away. I just want to talk about the buffer because that's the only buffer I have right now. And someone was asking about the buffers, so that was a chance to showcase it. All right, so that is behind us. It was a question. Another question, how to become the sniper in the US Army. All right, so first of all, you have to be, well, you don't have to, but it's like for infantry guys. You have to be 11 Bravo. That's your MOS. You have to, of course, go to the Sand Hill, do the all infantry one station unit training, and then you getting assigned to your infantry, battalion and company and battalion, right? Inside that infantry battalion, there is the so-called HHC headquarters, basically, and inside the headquarters there is a scouts section, and inside the scout section you have very small sniper section. All right, so you have to usually they run tryouts. You have to take the tryouts for the scouts and for the snipers. And if you pass the tryouts, just look at usually the battalions are posting, or if you didn't get assigned to the HAC, just look for the openings and look what is their procedure. But basically, work your way to the scouts section and to the scouts platoon and the sniper section from inside the scouts. There is basically a 3 sniper teams, and this it's for the battalion, so there's not that many people being a sniper, so competition is really high. You have to be I will tell you right away, you have to be an expert in shooting your M4. You have to be probably a 300 at the PT score, and you have to be mature. And then if you will make the cut to the sniper section, you got to go through some other procedures. So you have to take a psychic evaluation at some point, and they will send you to the sniper school, and you got to graduate. But you could be in the sniper slot. You have to be in the sniper slot to go to the sniper school. Okay, so and sometimes the units don't have money, or because of the many things happening, you will be working as a sniper. The people will, hopefully your section is strong, and they will train you up, and you will catch up and roll with it. All right, this is on the infantry side. I know that the cavalry scouts, they do have their sniper section, but I'm not sure how is it working on their side. And then of course there's a Marine Corps, and they have their scout snipers, but I don't know how is this working on the Marine side. That's 2 different ball games. And speaking about the sniper job, guys, forget all that Call of Duty bullshit. All right, forget that. This is not happening. Okay, you have to remember that sniper's job is not just the pulling the trigger. First mission is scouting, recon, and reporting back to the people who are asking for the information. So you will be spending a lot of time in the shitty conditions. You will be pooping to the Ziploc bags to not leave the target identifiers. You will get stung by all the insects you can imagine, and your life is going to suck. Okay, be basically ready for it. So it's not like you watch the Call of Duty and the guys are running and gunning. Forget that. It's a hard work. It's a really hard work. A lot of sleepless nights, and that's basically it. All right. So there's very little glory. Nobody will recognize you, and but it's fun. It's absolutely fun. If you have a chance, I highly encourage you. And there is a big difference between how the line unit is operating and how the scouts and snipers are working. So if you have the guts for it, go for it. All right, we got this of the back, and now the question was about the modularity of AKs modularity of AKs. So let me pull the AK and M4 stock adapters. So, okay, question is, can the AK rifle be modular? Guys, absolutely, it could be modular. I mean, it's not as easy to modify the AK rifle as the AR rifles. But look, here I got right now the goat beeper combo with the red dot. I'm dropping it. I'm taking another mount from RS Regulate, right? And I got the 126 scope. And both these optics were zeroed to this rifle. And because this mount is holding the zero, I can switch to them on the fly. If I don't need the scope today, I can go back to my red dot and boom, I got a red dot. It's just like putting the hardware on your AR. It works the same way. Now, with the optics, and not just with the optics, I generally, on my private AKs, unless I want to keep them in wood for a specific reason, and I do have those AKs in the wood, I generally run the M4 stock adapters, and I have my collapsible stocks. And for the M4 stock adapters, this is basically what I use, guys. I'll give you the link right away. Let me go back to the live chat. Paste the link. I'm that slick. There you go. That's the link to the M4 stock adapter. But question, why would you like to have the collapsible stock on AK rifle? First of all, generally speaking, the regular AK stocks for the guy like me with the long arms, you cannot really see it. It's like I got the long arms. With the long arms are too short, all right? And I need something longer than this. But the moment when you start using the optics, right, with the red dot, there's not that much of the problem, but it's still nice to have fine trim the spot where is your sweet spot for the optic and how you're seeing through it. All right, we are all built differently, guys, and you should never, I'm telling you, you should never fit yourself to the rifle unless you have to, because you have no other choices. But if you got the possibility, make the rifle fit you. So modify whatever you have to make your life easier. All right, that's a simple thing. I see sometimes the guys, like this goes when they start putting the optics, magnified optics like scopes on the AK rifles. By default, this one sits really low, but by default, some of the optics will sit higher on AK. And now we are struggling too with the eye relief. If you have a scope and you need some eye relief, there is always a dedicated eye relief for the scope, for any optic, right? So, like in this 126, I think it's like 3 inches, 3.5 inches. So if you got this regular short stock, again, you're gonna get penalized because you do not have a good eye relief, and all what you have in your scope right now is going to be a disaster. With this stock, I can pull it out and I have perfect eye relief. I can fine tune it. See this one, this is too much. I can fine tune it to my spot and boom, I'm right there. Another thing, this is the BMS Mission First Tactical stock, but if you need that cheek riser, the regular stock offers very little or almost no cheek riser, because remember, they were mainly made for the iron sights, right? So I can swap this stock, and here, this is the Luf AR stock. I can quickly, adjust the cheek rise and have a perfect cheek weld, and increase my my probability of making the hits on the target. And for some, it doesn't matter. What the people want, they say they want to use only the wood on AK. That's perfectly fine. I'm not telling you to change it. But for those who are looking for ways to enhance your experience with the rifle and get more out of it, I strongly recommend mod it your way and fit the, even for the safety. Look, I'm using those enhanced safety from WBP. These are Polish mil-spec safeties, and it helps. Everything helps, guys. That doesn't, I'm not telling you, again, I'm not telling you to burn the wood and that's it. But I'm telling you that you should have at least one rifle. Have a one rifle which is fine-tuned to your body, and what you can squeeze out more out of it, you feel comfortable with it, and you like to have fun. That's basically well, this is what is happening, and this is how I'm seeing it. All right, as far as modding the rifle and using it. Also, for collapsible stocks, guys, if you live like in the Midwest, your seasons are changing. You have a winter, you have a summer. In summertime, I'm running just with the t-shirt, right? But in the wintertime, I keep gaining because I got the layers of clothing. So again, the contact points of contact with the rifle will change, and with the thick stock, it's hard to compensate for it. Also, the same goes, you put the body armor, some of you like to run with the body armor, and immediately, because of the plates up front, you keep growing in size. So collapsible stock basically gives you more options. There's not even a question. Can you make it work with the fixed wooden or polymer stock? Sure you can, right? But why struggle? In my eyes, and this is my opinion, okay? In my eyes, your rifle should fit you, not you should fit rifle. All right, that's the bottom line. All right, we have the M4 stock adapters modularity of AK behind us. So hopefully you got the point that you can play with different settings and different optics if you want to. All right, the next question is interesting one. Magazines are tight on my Wasar AK. Why is this happening? All right, this is my favorite Wasar 10. This one is from 2015, and it has already a close to 10,000 rounds, guys. I really because that rifle was traveling with me through a lot of classes. A lot of students were using this rifle as a backup because their rifles were going down. So this rifle has some serious mileage. But anyhow, the question was, my magazines are not fitting, or there is a tight fit to the magazine well. So what is happening, guys, when those rifles are arriving in the United States, I'll probably position it more to the camera. When those rifles are arriving in the United States, they are set up as a single stack magazine rifles. This is because of our stupid import laws, okay? And for some reason, you cannot import the double stack magazine rifle to the country. So they are single stack. So what it means, the regular AK magazine will not work, right? So what the people at the Century are doing, and you're probably not going to see it, but they are opening the magazine well, okay, and making the basically regular magazines fit the rifle. Now, if you have a guy who is working on opening that magazine well, and he's having a bad day, he's going to cut it too tight, and some of your magazines will have a problem with fitting, especially polymer magazines. Some of the polymer magazines are you really tight fit on some of the rifles. So you have a few options. You can always work out those magazines, and eventually the polymer will strip down and adjust to the magazine well. Or you can start filing out the edges and the insides that you got, like those tabs. It depends how they are cut out too, but mainly I'm seeing this on around the magazine mag release catch, and and the problems, and sometimes the cutouts are very irregular. But I warn you right away, don't go crazy, because I have seen the guys ruin it because they took it too much. All right, so there is a risk. If at this point, if you don't feel really comfortable about doing it on your own, just adjust maybe the polymer magazine. Okay, it's not worth it for you to ruin the rifle because you were too happy with the Dremel tool. And I have seen people ruining the things with the Dremel tool. So whatever you do, I would probably use the hand file. Okay, don't do that with the Dremel tool, because you see those guys are getting very impatient, and they're getting happy, and there is a smoke going on, and before you know, there are cutouts all over the place. So if you have the rifle with the tight magazine well, and really don't feel comfortable with working on it, adjust your magazine. Why? Because you can always replace the magazine. It's easier, all right? But the good news is, as I said, even with the polymer magazines, if you keep putting them into the magazine, well, taking them out, after a while, they will adjust, because you will start stripping that polymer, all right? Which may prompt another problems, because you are weakening the structure of the magazine. But at least the magazine will fit. But anyhow, whatever you do, guys, do not run crazy with the Dremel tool. Take your time on any modifications. Take your time, okay? Don't screw this up. All right. So that's how much. This was the question about the Wassers, but I also know that this happens to the Vapor FMs. So with Vapor FMs, and I haven't seen this problem with the Arsenals, but with the Vapor FMs, I think, however, I heard something about the SLR 107s having a tight fit. So this all goes back to what I said, that the people are here because of the import laws. They have to make those openings, all right, on the magazine well. And sometimes the worker is happy and he's doing a good job. Sometimes he's not. So there you go. All right, let me put Wasser down away. We got that done. All right. Palmetto State Armory build kits. All right. So everyone have seen my interview from the. I hope so. Everyone has seen my interview from the SHOT Show with PSA guys when they were launching that product, and they basically said that it's going to be awesome quality, and this is a cheaper way to build a rifle, because by selling just the kit, they can keep price lower, because they don't have to pay the full like ATF tax for releasing the complete rifle. Well, the kits started flying to the customers, and immediately people were having quality issues. Let's be honest here, the quality issues with those kits, and also there was some miscommunication on what kind of manufacturing process was done for the bolt carriers. So Palmetto State Armory was sending out at the beginning the parts kits with the cast bolt carrier, when the wide expectation was that these will be at least milled, and that's what the people were waiting for, right? So some of them were cast. So immediately that created tons of controversies on the forums and across the web. To the Palmetto State Armory defense, I think they tried to jump on the case right away, and their customer service said, we will handle the situation and will replace the kits which were sold with the cast bolt carriers with the milled bolt carriers, or maybe even hammer forged, because right now they have different tiers of products, and they included the hammer forged the guts for the AK parts for the AK rifles. So when this was happening, first they were asking only for the bolt carriers to be sent back to the Palmetto State Armory. Then they were asking for bolts, and then they were asking for the whole parts kits. And some of the guys, what happened was, when they sent out the parts kit for repair or exchange, the Palmetto started refunding the money to them. So at this point, and I think a few days ago, they said we'll try to process those issues as quickly as possible, and they were promising like really fast turnaround. Some guys were telling me that they got it in literally like 2 days back from the repair, and everything's fine right now. So at this point, I'll just say, hold back. Let's just see how this is all going to sort out, because this is some crazy stuff going on. I'll hold back. Let's see what the Palmetto will do. At least I'm seeing that they are engaged and trying to solve the issue. and not running away and not saying to everyone that they built the golden standard AKs in the world. So at this point, my advice is hold back, guys. Let's let them have their shit together. I want to hear the feedback from the guys who are getting back those parts kits, how they are working. I do not have the parts kits. I don't know what they did and how they built it. I never ordered it, so I cannot give you my feedback on it. I'm just telling you what I'm getting from you guys, and publishing this, or spreading the news to the larger forum. So at this point, hold back, relax. They're not going anywhere. They will be around. Let's people who already bought them clear the issues, and we'll see what's going to happen and how those parts kits are going to perform. At this point, I have no clue. Let's wait for some real life feedback. All right. So that's the PSA kids issue. And if anyone is having, if anyone has anything to share, let me know on that subject. I'm always, you guys can message me through the Facebook, or you can email me ak74ski@comcast.net. So use that email. Either way, get in contact with me, and I would appreciate your feedback on it, what's happening. All right, this is the new subject. Now we're getting to the new subjects, the drama with the AK files. So a few days ago on AK files, guys, I ran into my old friend, and I know that guy from YouTube. He's basically always pissed because I don't have a good opinion about his favorite RAS 47, and he really get on my nerves because he was suggesting that I'm terrorizing the people on AK files and with my opinions or statements. So I was really like taking the hands off approach. Okay, I got it. I don't want to intimidate anyone. I always welcome the opinions from other sources, guys, and I also don't feel I don't see myself as a guru on any of the subjects, guys. Here's my honest take. Every time when I hear someone is saying that he's the best, he's the master, he's the guru, I run away from the person like this, because I tell you what, the guy who's saying he has nothing else to learn, he's brain dead. I will always learn. I will always seek for the new informations and for the ways to improve my knowledge. And because I'm a slow learner, I'll probably die learning, okay, at some point. So no, I do not feel like I'm any kind of absolute authority or a guru on a subject or any kind of subjects. What I'm doing with our channel, guys, with our Facebook page and blog, I'm passing the observations and the informations which I learn from around the world and from you guys. All right, and I will never cheat, or sometimes it's stupid because the small things happen during making the videos. Like, I will give you the heads up about the upcoming episode. Stay tuned. This Sunday at 10:30 Central Time AM, it will be another episode about the SLR 107 R. And we had even the stoppages because of the ammo. But I put this on the tape too because I want to show you, okay, what happened. We had the stoppages because of the magazine in one specific situation, and I want to show you this, why this happened. What was the cause of it? If I can find the reason right away. Sometimes I can't. It's hard. We are in the field conditions. But my point is, whatever happens, good or bad, is on the video, guys. And I'm not going to cheat, lie, or hide the information, because what's the point, right? The whole idea of the AK Operators Union started, guys, because This is so funny. You're not going to believe it. So basically, I was getting for one. We had so-called the event XCTC. This is like 3 weeks in the field, basically. Okay, and I was me and my friend. We were looking for the gloves because we needed the new gloves. So before going to the field, we just watched a few videos online, and we find out. Everyone was saying, "Oh, buy the gloves from the company X." Okay, I'm not going to throw any names right now, but buy the gloves from company X. So we ordered those gloves. Gloves came in, and imagine that my friend is putting. We are ready, on the range, and he's putting the gloves, and they broke. I mean, they literally dissolved on his fingers. It took for my pair of gloves. It took me less than 24 hours, and they were gone. And I'm not saying like the cracks or something. They were completely ripped, dissolved in the field. I was a 240 gunner at that time. So I was extremely pissed after this, and we were like wondering what the hell happened. I mean, we read all these reviews, everything's supposed to be beautiful, and here we got two examples of the same product, and they both sucked. So the idea was born at that time that at some point I'm going to have the YouTube channel, which is we will keep it as honest as we can, no matter what's happening. And here we are, and our main focus is AK rifles because I always felt that nice connection to the AK rifle. But that's how the idea was born. So whatever happens, happens. And some people don't like that. Are we nice to the rifles? Hell no. What I'm doing, it's absolutely abuse. And this is pissing off people too. They're saying, well, you never should drop the rifle to the ground. I agree. You should never drop the rifle to the ground. But imagine that, how many times it happens when the people actually do drop the rifle to the ground. And would you like to know if your rifle can take a beating or if it's made of glass and it's going to start falling apart? Like some rifles, started falling apart on our show. And that notion that you should never drop down the rifle, it's utterly stupid, guys. I can keep telling you the examples from the real life when I have seen people, going off the cliff with the rifle and hitting the ground hard at night, and damaging the back, by the way. But the rifle went down with them and take a beating. So shit happens. All these guys who talk that the shit like this, doesn't happen. There are people who never do anything at the range. They just sit at the bench and they shoot. The moment you start moving around, the moment you start working around with the rifle, shit will happen, and there is nothing what you can do. You can try to minimize the things, but because of how the world is constructed and the Murphy's law, shit always happen. Trust me on this, guys. So that's why we are harsh on the rifles. That's what you see on the tape. It is a little bit over the edge. But I think so. It is still within the limits of what I expect the rifle to perform. What we're doing in a 5,000 rounds test, mainly it's a trigger pulling. It's a trigger pulling, and if the rifle has issues with the trigger pulling because it's not working, then I'm sorry, there is nothing what I can do about it. All right. So going back to the because we kind of jump away to the AK files. This was the whole, the drama and everything connected. But that's the idea about the channel too, and I want you to have a better understanding of it, of what's happening, and how the problems are being held. All right, now I will take your questions. So I'm seeing in the chat, someone was saying bring back the highway to hell test. Okay, the highway to hell is not coming back, guys. Highway to hell was actually over the edge. I kind of like it because in that short 5 minutes when the rifle was being dragged behind the car, rifle was taking extreme stress and extreme beating. And it was more of the feedback on how durable the rifle is than anything else. But the thing is, it is extremely random test because it's impossible to control how, you know, the rocks on the road and how everything is going to bounce. So we decided to scrap it, and it was also a constant fight with the public. Some of you guys loved that thing, some of you guys hated that thing. So to keep everyone kind of in the middle, we removed it, and the highway to hell is not coming back unless something will change. But it's really, I understand, you cannot really, it's not fair for all the rifles, because the rifle can take a serious damage, and it's not necessarily because of the rifle how it was made, but because it hit that one rock in the ground which was hidden. So the highway to hell is not coming back, guys. Nice try. All right, what else? Question: will you do the update on TWS dog leg rail cover? So we tested the latest version of TWS cover. I think they are at the Gen 3. They made some improvements to that hardware, and based on what I have seen, I think we tested up to 300 yards with the 3X optic, if my memory serves well, with the drops and everything, and the rifle was coming back to zero. Now, there is real concern about the way how they did that, because they have right now like a takedown pin up front on that system, and this pin is like basically like AR takedown pin on the front and back, and you know what's happening when you taking often those pins out. After some time, you know, you're going to, it's just the steel against the aluminum, right? So everything's going to start coming loose. I mean, not loose, but you're going to have some wobbling, and that's the point of concern. At some point, we'll probably go back to the TWS and see what, you know, what we are getting from it more. But in that simple test, simple video up to 300 yards, the system was not affected by the basic abuse. All right. So what else? So what's your favorite private? That's not going to happen. What else we got? Any plans to test S&W M&P 15 Sport or Ruger AR556? Yes, we will probably put them on the show at some point, and it probably will end up as a 5,000 rounds test. There's a lot of videos already on those rifles. Now, as I said before, right, just because something is getting good reviews, that doesn't necessarily mean it's working. But we'll try to put it. It all goes back to the budget, guys. If we'll have a budget for it, we'll do it. As of right now, you know, I gotta watch the spending and everything. Unfortunately, me and Paul, we are not millionaires. Okay, we have to pay the bills and everything else. So store helps. Store keeps me alive, right, and keeps I can buy all these items for testing and for ammo and pay the gas bills for driving to the ranch, and it's a lot of, you know, hidden costs behind those videos which you guys are not even seeing, and that's not your problem, right? We took the responsibility of running the show, so that's my headache. But basically, thank you for your contributions through the store. This is a tremendous help, and without it, I would, you know, continue to burn my college, my son's college savings, and Ula would probably kill me. So thank you very much for this. But we gotta watch the budget. That's the bottom line. All right. What else we got? Okay, AK test SAM 7, for example. We will get to millet AK. I agree. We have to do millet AK on the show, and probably this is going to be a SAM 7. The thing is, right now we are doing another you know, that Arsenal SLR 107R, and after this I will not take a rest away from the arsenals, because we just did the SLR 104. Now we're doing a 107, and last fall we did the 107 with folding stock. And time to take a break from the Arsenal products. So when we will wrap up with the 107R, I will hint you guys, we will do, and this is going to make the some people happy. We'll do the Lee Armory AK-74. So 74 is back on the show. My FFL just called me, and the rifle arrived. I purchased it from the Copper Customs. Rifle arrived, and this rifle will go through the grinder through the 5,000 rounds. So here you go, the special announcement. And it's another AK-74. I told you will see more AK-74s this year on the show. All right. Did you ever test C39 version 2 through the 5,000 rounds? I guess that was the question. No, we never did that. We just had the basic run, basic, like, simple culmination of the torture testing on the C39 version 2, and that was pretty much it. That rifle never entered the 5,000 rounds test. The one thing what you have to remember, the Century Arms is using the same bolt and the bolt carrier on the C39 version 2 as they do on the RAS 47. So take this for whatever it is worth it. Any chance you will take AMD 63 variant for a 5,000 rounds test? Yes. The idea is to have that rifle hopefully this year. They are not very expensive. I think some outfits are selling them around $500. So we will try to snatch that rifle and get it done. I cannot give you the time frame for it yet. Probably will be around the late fall, early winter. We'll see, because there's a lot of things which are happening in my life, and based on this, we'll see what's going to happen with the channel and with everything. Okay. Right. Golden Tiger 545 is now back in stock. Do I buy 4 or 5 cases, get 5 cases? Golden Tiger is a really decent commercial ammo for the 545. Basically the best commercial ammo available in my eyes, unless you got tons of money and you wanna spend the money on the Hornady, right? But yes, they just came back to the circulation for the ammo, and that's a good news. And I think they ran for around $229 dollars per case. So that's a good deal. Polish Tantal 5,000 rounds test. I do have a Tantal, all right. So this wouldn't be a problem, but I don't see the reason to test the Tantal right now. Simply because they don't bring them back like they used to. You see, I think the Atlantic Firearms had some like very limited run of the Tantals. They made their own builds based on the Tantal kits, but I'm not even sure if they still continue it. But the old supply of the Tantals, what was largely available, that all died out. And I'm not aware that any new kits are coming in to the country as of right now. So for that reason, I do not see the Tantal being as a good idea, because the people will have a hard time to purchase it. All right. What else? 300 Blackout has its merits, but the other calibers can do most things better. Yeah, so, question about the 300 Blackout. Well, basically, if you have AR and you're looking to suppress that AR, I think so that 300 Blackout will serve you very, very well, because this cartridge works with the suppressor amazingly well, and you can have a really decent results. Now, if you just want to run the 300 Blackout because it's cool, I would not advise you to do so. I think if you will compare the trajectory of the 7.62 by 39 and 300 Blackout, I do not see the advantage on the 300 Blackout in that basic, versus the 7.62 by 39. with the exception, and this is important, with the exception if you wanna keep it suppressed. If you wanna keep suppressed, if you're looking for suppressed gun, a 300 blackout will serve you very, very well. All right, what else we have here? The DPMS Oracle test. We'll, we will see about that. I told you guys. I told you guys about the, it's all budget driven and all these requests. I do appreciate them and everything, guys, but I do not have, unlimited money supply. I do not play on the lottery, and it's all, it goes back to the budget. That's the bottom line. What are your thoughts on the Russian optics? Well, at this point, guys, there are some newer scopes which are coming out from Wolf Performance. They are very interesting, but their prices are a little bit on the high note. And at this point, I wouldn't pay those prices. Also, on the older side of the optics, when I see the Cobra red dots for $490, $500, this is insane. I had a few Cobras and I literally broke them by turning them on. So the quality was shitty. And that's pretty much it. I think so. There's so many optics to choose from right now. There are so many new dots. I mean, look, this this stupid Holosun red dot with ACSS reticle. This is unbelievable dot, extremely durable and weighs nothing, and it has a battery life for close to 35,000 hours or so. So I'm just saying, guys, sometimes it's really, you have to watch for what is available today, because a lot of things change and technology change. Even this is a cool question, because someone asked me, why you are modifying your case, and we touched on it at the beginning of the show. But look, like even how other people, even in Russia, how they run their AKs, right? Everyone wants to make the rifle as comfortable and as useful as possible. Just because it was made that way in 1946 and 46 when they were making them and started, and 47, doesn't mean that today is 2017. Time to make some changes, right? But that's my personal opinion. If you want to keep your wood, and I have AKs with wood, perfectly fine. I mean, that Wasser, look, they even put Wasser as a wood on it. And this is one of my favorite rifles. All right, next question. Let me navigate through all of this. Oh my gosh. Question: chin weld versus cheek weld. How shitty is chin weld? Well, this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. It's very simple. Look, with the cheekbone, okay, you have much more surface clamping on the stock. So when you're putting this stock on, right, and you got more surface to support your face to the stock. With the chin, what is happening? Look how unstable that chin bone is because of the profile of your face. So every time when you can you make a shots with the stuff? Of course you can make a shots with stock like this, but you never look how recoil is going to impact you and everything when you have just them on the chin versus when you have them on the cheek. Look, I can take a lot of force right here on the cheek weld, right? I got it, and I will be faster back on the target with my sights compared to the chin, where this is all moving and this is not really comfortable. When you have to use a chin weld, use chin weld. But there is not, you cannot even compare those two. Every time when you have a chance, utilize the cheek weld, especially when you're going into the extended range and you want to be consistent. You will be always better with the chin weld. All right? Do you consciously keep your mouth open when cheek welding in order to allow yourself to breathe and maintain consistency when doing stuff? That really depends, guys. Basically, you want to be, when you're taking those precision shots, right? You want to be as stable as possible, but do not overthink it. Some guys, they mind fuck themselves. They are concerned of how much pressure I have on the bipod. You know, oh, how much the stock is welding to my shoulder. How much pressure I'm putting on the chin. Did I exhausted whole air from my lungs? You have to, yes, you have to be consistent. You have to memorize what you're doing to keep repeating it, but don't be obsessed with it either. Okay, so it has to be a healthy balance. Also, very often you will be forced to take the shot where you don't really have 10 minutes to get prepared for that shot. So consistency is the key to success with shooting. There's no question about it. But don't be obsessed. Relax, relax, guys. It's fun. If you, unless you are in the life-threatening situation, okay, shooting is fun. Don't forget that shooting's supposed to be fun. This shouldn't be a stressful event. All right, even when you're shooting in competition, have fun. All right, if you're going to miss it, who gives a shit? Okay, this is a competition. That's what you're doing it so you can get better. Don't get obsessed with your performance unless your life depends on it, right? But that's a different level how you're progressing through your training. Main idea, have fun, relax, and all pieces will fall in. All right? What kind of muzzle device is decent? I don't know what you want. If you want to have recoil control and you are concerned with recoil control only, go check BD2 AK brake, BD2 AK brake at our store. It will give you a very good recoil control. If you're looking for upgrade from the slant brake and you're looking for simple brake which is going to be like overall good decent performance and definitely an upgrade from the slant brake, go for the fighter brake. It will serve you well, right? The thing is, you have to make the choice. If you're looking for the flash hiding and the flash, you're obsessed with containing the flash, a flash hider should be your number one choice muzzle device. And I will tell you, I have run all these magical muzzle devices and everything. Honestly, any 4-prong flash hider will do decent job on containing the flash. If you're looking for the pure muzzle control, any brake with the large chambers, port side chambers on the sides will do the job. Really, there is not that much of the magic, guys, to it. So you have to you have to be honest with yourself and you have to answer to that question what you are looking for when looking for the new muzzle device. All right. What's your favorite way to mount a light? It's a good idea always to have the rail up front. If you designating that rifle for like home defense, you don't have to have the light on it if you know going into the woods and you know that the light signature will basically give away your position. But if your rifle is ready for it, you got that clamp on, you know, like a standard rail, and you can clamp on it or light. This is probably the best way to mount the light, to have the rail or forend with the rail on it, because this gives me, this is the most flexible setup, right? I can put the laser on it if I have to. I can put the light on it if I have to. And it's already there, so I don't have to fight with it. However, that being said, I did some really, you know, the ghetto like setups where we were using a duct tape to mount the flashlights, and that shit worked out perfectly fine. Was it beautiful? Hell no. But no, all joking aside, I strongly encourage you to have the railet forend. Basically for that situation, if you will find yourself that you need to snap on light You can pull it from the backpack, clamp on, and boom, you're rocking, right? Or have it all the time for like home defense rifle. You should probably have a light on it, because no matter what kind of sights you have, if the target is dark, if the background of the target is dark, and everything is dark up front of you, there is no way you're going to hit something, right? So you need some sort of light source, or you need some light source to see what's happening. Can you tell us about your experience with 240 weight, reliability, accuracy? The 240, you can push it to 800 meters really very easily. You can walk in. We usually were rolling with the Elcan. We had the optics on it. Elcan is a very nice optic, very durable, but it's heavy. All right, and that rifle is 27 pounds unloaded. So the 240 will kick your ass. There are right now in the line units, there are newer 240s, 240 Lima, and they are lighter. I think they shaved off the weight by like 5 pounds, so that's a lot, believe it or not. So I think they are in the neighborhood of like 24, 23 pounds. They have better stocks, and I think the work was done on the barrel. As I said, they are in the line units. As a sniper, we don't have the 240s, but they run. It's a very, very, very reliable gun. It's built to last. I mean, you not see a lot of stoppages on it, because everything is, I think so, it's like a little bit overbuilt. So FN they knew that they will be making this for the military, and they said, fuck it, we're going to overbuild it so the privates cannot break it. Okay. And the 7.62 by 51, it's a more powerful cartridge, and that round just has enough juice, and it feeds and shoots very well. So overall, the 240s are awesome system. As you know, you can keep changing barrels on it, and keep that lead flying down the line. And I'm telling you, there's nothing better than have two guns talking to each other, and you got them and it's awesome. And if you're on the receiving end, oh fuck, you don't want to have that hail of lead flying towards your direction. So yeah, the 240 is awesome. I really liked 240. The only thing I didn't like was the weight, especially if you gotta keep humping through the hills and everything, and you got your rock, and it takes, you gotta be in an excellent physical condition to be a 240 gunner. And what's funny, we usually were picking the smallest guy who was coming to the platoon, and you will be the 240 gunner right now. So it's, if you are a short guy and you go into the army, I can guarantee you will be a 240 gunner. Opinions on different ammo manufacturers. All right, here's my honest take on this, guys. Most of the time, I buy the cheapest possible. All right, unless I need it for a specific task, specific duties. That being said, you have seen in the episodes for the SLR 104, right, 545, what was the difference between 7 and 6 ammo speed and the commercial Wolf 60 grain bullets, and the difference in feet per second was over 300 feet per second difference between the 7 and 6, which was clocking at 2900 on average versus 2600 of Wolf. So hey, ammo matters, okay? But again, this goes back to the question: what do you want from it? How you going to use it? And how you're going to basically on these two, you can make a decision what you need. And the same goes for the 556 by 45, right? If I have a different ARs and they have a different purpose, I'm probably going to, in my DMR setup, run the 77 grain Sierra Match King, right? But do I need that in a regular carbine? 14.5-inch barrel? No, I don't need the Sierra Match King bullets. However, they work very well too. So there is the ammo is important. There's no question about it, right? Uh, do your homework, answer to yourself what I need it for. If I need just for the plinking, you're not going to buy, again, Sierra Match King to keep dumping the rounds from 25 yards to the dirt, right? But if you are more into the competition shooting, or you want to challenge yourself, probably this is the ammo you want to look for. And the same goes for the AK calibers. There's not that many choices, unfortunately, on the 545 by 39. But you can, just like we talk about that Golden Tiger, you can snatch that ammo, and that's a decent commercial ammo for the 545 by 39. All right, it's after 8 o'clock, guys. We'll be slowly wrapping up. Let me take a few more questions, and we'll go from this. What kind of AK did you use for the AK Scout setup video? This is very interesting history about this AK. That AK started as the SGL 31, so it was converted Saiga by Arsenal to the SGL 31. Then I was like, okay, this is a cool rifle. We're going to fine tune it. So I worked with the guys from Definitive Arms, and they recrowned the barrel and make sure everything. They did a lot of magic work on it, and make sure everything is measured, leveled, and works perfectly fine. And they created a fantastic machine. But as you can see, it was a progression of 3 different rifles before it ended up on that Scout setup. And as of right now, I have on it that Magpul PRS Gen 3 stock, and it's very cool rifle. So, what do you think of the Arsenal SLR 101s? If you can snatch them for the good price, I would do it. It's a decent rifle, and you can have fun with it. That's pretty much, that's it. Watch for the pricing, because I have seen some of these rifles really abused, and you gotta look into the guts and see what you have inside. Like, don't buy blindly. I mean, check it out. All right, and at that point, if the price is right, get it. If not, pass out, and there will be another chance. All right. Someone is asking, please post a link for Golden Tiger 545. I think it was SGM ammo. I will get it to you. I got it somewhere saved. Okay. How is how is Arsenal SLR 107R holding up? You will see this Sunday. We have another episode. We did the Scent Tornado test more than once. Okay, just watch the video to see what happened. Why? And also the rifle took a swimming test, and very interesting results. All right, and I will leave it at this. 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. on Sunday, that video will go live. Okay, about that 545 Golden Tiger, it was SG Arms. SG Arms. SG Arms, guys. So check it out if you want to buy it, okay? And what else we have? Any news on the Moat? I stand what I told you guys about the Moat last week is absolutely correct. This is, and I do have straight sources straight from Russia, guys. This is no bullshit, okay? So yes, the Moat is going through the bankruptcy since 2013. Yes, it is going to be sold. No, there's nothing to worry about it. Everything will be going as it is as of right now, and they are not going to get affected. The production is not going affected by anything what is happening right now with the Moat. The people are committed to work. There are brand new rifles being built right now for the Fine Group for the USA. So this is not stopping. The only thing what can screw Moat is if they knew, not the old sanctions, if they knew sanctions will be dropped on Russia because of the political situation in our country and what is happening with the Russia, and you see every every day, right? Crazy news. So, but I'm telling you, calm down. Moat is, at least for another year, staying around and nothing is going to happen. All right. Which RS regulate mount do I use with my primary arms 4x prism scope? Forward or rear? You can use the rear one, but if you really wanna be safe, use the, where is that scope? Use the 303, which is looking like this, because the 303 will give you the most flexibility for the moving the scope around and for adjusting the position. All right. All right. Two more questions. Surplus 7 and 6 back when. At this point, I do not expect the surplus, the ATF removing the ban on the 7 and 6, guys. This wasn't executive order, guys. You have to understand the difference. The 7 and 6 was basically banned by the division of ATF, which produced the document based on the inquiry from the customs, which hold up to the transport of the 545 ammo, and they asked, is this ammo armor piercing? And based on what the ATF lab did, they said yes, it meets the requirements of the armor piercing ammunition. And you can argue with it any way you want it. I'm just telling you what the document says. So now to unwind this, the ATF would have to revise their position and clear this up and basically say no, it is not armor piercing, and this would open up back for the import. But this has nothing, this was nothing to do with the president. They had nothing to do with the Congress, guys. It was a ruling by the division of ATF and their lab, which stated, that's what happened. All right. Okay. Next, the question was, what happened to Paul? We're meeting with Paul. Hopefully, if weather will cooperate, we're meeting with Paul on Tuesday to videotape another episode. So I told you guys, it's all about the schedules, and hopefully everything will work out and we'll see each other. I miss Paul. We talked today a little bit, but it's just texting. Okay, so we live far away from each other, and if we can work the schedules together, we do. And Paul should be back very soon. But as I said, you have to remember we are very dependable on the weather. All right. All right, guys. Pretty much that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to the feed. Next week we'll probably do it on Thursday because I will be gone for the few days, and we'll do it probably on Thursday. So stay tuned. You will see the announcement and everything. But thank you very much for tuning. Thanks for all the questions. If you have any questions, please submit them to my email. I will type in email. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and come back to see the video on the SLR 107R. This is the rifle on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, guys. Have a great evening. Bye bye.